your friend actually, like, coincidentally had, like, it wasn't just the stuff from the newspapers that she'd heard about it. She didn't know any of the information related, but she had heard the name Corbett associated with a church called the Chapel of Contemplation.
The Chapel of
The Chapel of Contemplation and Church of Our Lord Granter of Secrets.
That's a mouthful.
Okay, I feel like that's somewhere we could check out at night, right?
Oh, yeah, we can do. What for?
Let me just post that into the chat. Your friend doesn't know anything about it. Just has a rough name.
Maybe she has like a business card or something she just hands over. I mean, if we know where this church is, I'm happy to come and have a look with you. Because this sounds like something like I can spin into like a cult type story. Oh, does it not? Alright.
No, you just know the name.
But the Hall of Records have information about this. I know we're considering going there next, aren't we?
Say again?
Are they a registered organisation?
Do they pay taxes? Or do they?
They probably were a registered. Well, you'd have to go to the Hall of Records to find out whether they're a registered organisation.
Yeah, that's something we can look into while we're there. Then go for that. Hall of Records.
Cool. Right. Okay, we go to sleep. I read the book. What happens to me? Do I get any information from reading this diary?
So the diary, I'm scrolling through like tons of different pages. I've got the tab duplicated like 4 times to different places, but I still have to scroll. So the diary seems to be describing a bunch of like a kind of occult experiments, and it's notated like tried using this thing for this today, results X, and a lot of it seems to be about summoning some kind of like unearthly spirits or some kind of weird magic. And you don't necessarily believe in magic. You're a scientist, but it's
I have healthy skepticism, but when it comes to things throwing me out
I don't believe in any of it, but I'm more than happy to make note of this just so I can exploit it for, like, I don't know, movie purposes. Like, oh yeah, I can definitely write about this.
I've really got to replace my chair. So fucking
What
annoying.
I'd do then is, I suppose, I'd go through and I'd look and maybe like annotate myself, like look to as I'm a you know, serial student. I'm probably quite used to going through books and like picking out key phrases and things that can be used later, essentially. Just sort of get the so the summoning. Is there any like key words within that?
What do you mean by keyword?
Any name of what? Any name or anything that or any description of the process of summoning?
So it actually like explains pretty much how to perform that spell in the book, but it's not something you'd be able to do just from reading the book. It would take like it would take you weeks to learn how to do it. But you know that there is a spell
the process of it. Yeah.
That is written as "Pull ye forth thine opener of ways."
Put it Marino more.
That is what is written in the book as the name of the spell or ritual.
Write that down on a sheet of paper, fold it up and put it in my pocket.
Cool. Meanwhile, can you roll against... In fact, can you roll a d4 for me?
Oh, God.
Sounds like you're about to have some fun.
I'm about to go insane, maybe.
You rolled a 4.
Yeah, that's like the highest amount.
Yeah, that could either be good or very bad. Who knows? Depending on what he wants you to do.
Cool. Is that all you guys are doing for the night?
Yeah, I'm already soundly asleep.
Yeah.
I was like half drunk on a bottle of wine by the time.
Yeah, when everyone's
I
got like no
passed out.
resistance to alcohol because it's banned.
Yeah. I'm asleep on his floor, cradling the bottle of wine.
It's not super old. It was like presumably made by the Macario family.
Who've been missing for 2 years.
Yeah.
So it's been...
2-year-old
so
wine
it's-
isn't.
That's not bad.
No, but you've got to leave it to ferment beforehand anyway. So if they've got it in the kitchen to the point where they're going to drink it, I don't know, man. That's. It's probably
Hey,
a bit funky.
beggars can't be choosers, and I'm
Is it
practically a beggar.
corked? Has it been opened?
I don't think it had been.
I
No.
mean,
As soon as you open it, it starts
I think
going
I
up.
opened it first.
Charles is the one that uncorked it.
Oh, okay, that's right. Mate, you might be alright then.
So overnight.
Do I recover any health?
Give me a second. I'm just checking a couple things quickly.
I can have another go at giving some first aid if you want me to check over your sling.
Oh, I've probably gone to an infirmary on the campus, actually, thinking about it. Just to get the basic first aid. Get the glass removed from me.
I can do it. Come on, give me another go.
I do not trust you. I'm hiring you.
No, you know what? I'm not even giving you a choice. I'm gonna forcefully like make you feel better. Oh no, okay. I'm like, let me check those bandages right now. I'm like, hungover as
allow you. I don't enter my room. You are drunk on wine.
don't say it too loud. Someone might hear us.
Away, pine of cocaine and go to sleep.
Dude, I gave you an axe. I
used the axe to cut some lines.
I feel betrayed.
No, still.
Alright, fine. Stick to your opiates then.
He does it off a table because he's a gentleman. He doesn't do any of this key nonsense. Especially because keys back there were fucking huge.
Alright, so if you guys want to sleep for the night,
yeah.
let me just make some little changes.
Man, the fucked up thing with sanity is you lose it the lower your sanity is, but then that means it more and more and more. It just like cascades. Yep. Oh, so bad.
It's part of the fun of the game.
Can I go to the church to go find religion? Will that help improve my sanity?
I have doubts, but
I think you can do stuff like that in Arkham Horror. But
I don't know. I mean, like, churches have not been kind to people who are suffering from mental illness, historically speaking. You're probably gonna spend like fucking conversion therapy camp.
If you're a white Catholic, you walk in, you can tell them you murdered someone. They're like, okay, do 5 Hail Marys. Just don't tell them you're gay. Then definitely yes, you'll.
Oh, is that a squeaky sound I'm hearing?
That might be my chair.
Yep.
I've got a very squeaky chair.
That's a very squeaky chair. I want to pour some lantern oil on it to stop it from squeaking.
I'm getting a new chair for Christmas. This is like a hand-me-down.
I really need to replace this one because sometimes it just descends, and then you'll see me kind of judder slightly lower, and then I'll stand up and have to readjust it a ton, and I had to do that a minute ago. It was really frustrating. It is a generic from Amazon gaming chair. It cost me 60 quid.
It looked like Xeon colours. I got excited because I saw the Xeon chairs. Yeah.
I have plenty of Xeon stuff in my room. Seek Xeon.
Yeah, I think my chair's probably my best investment because I wouldn't be able to sit here for very long if it was uncomfortable.
Yeah, I love my chair. It's really comfortable. You can't see it, but it's a Corsair one.
Oh, you got Corsair, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta replace this one, but like I'm in my last year of uni, so I might as well like hold out.
Yeah, wait till you see where you're gonna be living. To be fair, to move.
Yeah, I mean, like I don't have the money at the moment, especially since I had to buy the monitor at the last second.
Oh wow. Yeah, of course.
when I'd already spent most of my spare money for the semester on debts.
Get fucking yo-yoing, man. Get
yeah.
the money in.
Do you know how much money yo-yoing's ever made me?
I'd like to think about £7,000.
Yeah, I think I'd say 8,000.
Cool. Well, it's made me minus 2,000 roughly. So I spent about £2,000 on yo-yos in the last 10 years. I've made total from it. Before this year, 20 quid.
Okay.
30 quid. Including streaming this year, I've made like 300.
Hey. Dollar bill.
Most of that was in the space of a week.
Have you thought about retraining cyber?
Yeah, have you thought about... Yeah.
I mean, that was one of my main like decision points when I was coming to uni. Do I want to do computer science or cybersecurity? Chose the wrong one, clearly.
Yeah, clearly. Cool. Are we off to the Hall of Records then, I'm guessing, or...
Yeah, so it is the next
Have I healed
morning.
any health?
Yes,
Am I
actually.
any better? Or is that,
You did. You
or have I
healed
got
one hit
infection?
point.
One hit...
Yep, 1 hit point. You heal 1 hit point a day. So now you have a few options. You can continue to read the diary. You can go to the Hall of Records. You can go to the newspaper. You can probably infer that the library doesn't really have much more for you.
No, I'm pissed off with the library. I found nothing there. I'm not going back
Are we sticking
there.
together, or are we going to kind of split up and do some separate things?
I think the Hall of Records was going to be the next priority, really.
So we can all
because we want
search
to
for
get more
different things in
information
the
on.
Hall of Records, right?
The Hall of...
And also to find out... Wanted to find out where what's his name is as well.
Which
Vittorio.
Macario is being kept. Wherever he's being kept now. And hauled up. So then we can maybe go see him again.
So... If you guys are heading to the Hall of Records...
Yeah.
It's a big old government building, basically a library, but much more official stuff in there. Nobody really looks to you funny as you walk in, because people come in here all the time. What are you specifically looking for?
What was it I was looking for last time?
Macario.
Oh yeah, news reports maybe on the family that went missing. So is it Macario family, just in general?
Yeah, so the Macario family.
Can I specifically
some
look
information
for
on
which
them.
asylum the father of the family, Macario family, that
Yeah,
we
that's
know
what
is
I
an
was gonna
asylum,
say,
which
yeah.
asylum he's being held at? Can I look for that specifically?
You can attempt to, yeah.
Is that going to be a spot hidden?
And
It's in library.
Madame Marie?
Can I do some research maybe on the Walter Corbett? Is that his name?
Yeah, you can.
Oh, in that case, actually, can I search up information about the church that Marie found out, actually, Chapel of Contemplation?
okay.
I'll look into that then.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So all of you, can you make a library use roll for me?
Here we go.
Yeah.
Actually, use the fuck out of this library.
Hard success, yeah.
I
Yes.
failed. Extreme
Your
success.
rolls are fucking insane, honestly.
Morgan,
It's
how are
just
you
a
doing
good day.
this?
She's got the stats in the right places for the campaign. It looks
true, yeah.
like it's coincident.
she rolled
So-
low.
Say again?
Saying she rolled a 10. That would have like passed on most things. That's insane.
Yeah, I think library uses base 25, so
Oh.
10 would have passed no matter what. So we'll go through Terrence first. You were looking for information about the Macario family.
Yes.
So the information about stuff like that in the records is roughly 5 years old or older, before it's moved here from the police station or the government buildings. And you gather that this happened about 2 years ago. So there's nothing you can find about the Macario family in the Hall of Records, other than that they moved into the area and they moved into a house in the area.
Background on themselves.
No. They're,
Dewey Decimal System Pog.
like the most you can find out from this is that the previous address was in Baltimore. which is quite a way away.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
was there anything on that Vittorio guy?
No, just the Macario family moved in.
Okay.
Pretty much, like that's about it.
it's
Like, there's not much
cool.
information on them. Just that they moved in a few years ago from Baltimore. Married, husband and wife, with two sons. And it gives you the address they moved to, which matches an address you guys have seen a few times so far this story. There's a house with a bed that moves. Meanwhile, Madame Marie and Charles Ravenswood, looking for information on Walter Corbett and the Chapel of Contemplation.
Yeah.
Charles, you kind of lose track of what you're looking for relatively quickly, so you just kind of ghost behind Madame Marie and act like you're doing stuff, but you're just kind of letting her do all the work. Which seems very in character.
Yeah,
to me.
I imagine I would have given
Yeah,
up.
you rolled 3 times what you'd need to succeed. So you just kind of lost track. Madame Marie, on the other hand, you find something very interesting. Let me just find the relevant information and pass it to you guys. It is marked as handout number 7. The civil court records showing that the executor of Walter Corbett's will was Reverend Michael Thomas, pastor of the Chapel of Contemplation and Church of Our Lord, granter of secrets.
Ooh,
The Register of Churches, that is also here, notes that the Chapel of Contemplation closed in 1912.
Good job we didn't go look for it then.
Okay.
It does have the address of the building it was in.
Oh, I might want to.
We
could go have a look there.
Building. Break in.
You know what? I'm not
read
above
the
breaking
spell that
anything.
I've got.
Like, did you want to go back to the creepy house, or do you want to check out the chapel?
Check out the chapel, I guess. Oh, did you want to check out the newspaper archives as well?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, just to get information on
Possible
on
news
the family and on where they and what happened with them and whereabouts of the patriarch, the father of the family that is now institutionalized somewhere.
And it might also have some stuff about the church.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So
I'm more
we'll
than
do
happy to
that.
come along with you to do that. I'll try and help you out, but I'm not making any promises.
Obi, what are your stats?
Or you can just hang around.
My stats are in. Let's have a look. I've got a 75 in strength,
Charisma.
a 45 in 75 in size, so I'm a big dude, I guess. 17 intelligence, 18 education. Yeah,
He's pretty good at first aid.
Yeah.
Climbing.
Yeah.
Guys,
Yeah, it doesn't show me which ones you've ticked for the profession.
I don't think I ticked any of them actually.
What?
That's probably it, yeah. Alright, let's tick that to be proficient. How many proficiencies should I have?
So you should have. Hang on. Let's quickly go through something quickly because this might make a big difference to your character. So we made you as. Oh my god, my fucking PDF just broke. It's decided that the page that's relevant is page -9,223,372,000,000. Nope, it's into the quintillions. So it's really fucked up there. We're looking for page 40 actually.
That's some eldritch shit going on your PDF document there.
Yeah, it's happened a few times.
It's getting too spooky.
So I believe we were looking at you as if you were a journalist
I
in
did
terms
say
of the
you would
game's
have been, yeah.
rules. So if you want to pop a little tick next to art and craft, which will be somewhere.
He'd have had points to allocate to him as well, wouldn't he?
Yeah. So these points might be very relevant. So you want to tick history, library use, own language.
Hang on, where do I tick it?
So
don't you have to add
there
a
we go.
skill?
Oh yeah, are you doing it? Okay.
I'll add in a couple as well. So
okay.
History, library use. Where is languages? Own language. You get to choose between charm, fast talk, intimidate, or persuade.
I'll go with charm.
That suits you. And you get to choose. So I'm going to add that one in. If you go into your edit mode and... Did you do this for your personal interest skills as well? Or did you just put some points into places?
I'm not sure.
Do you remember putting any points in at all?
I think I might have just clicked roll all and left it at that.
Yeah, so you might not have actually... I know that climb isn't like base 50. I'm fairly certain climb isn't base 50.
I think I might have put some points in there.
Mine's 20, so...
Yeah. So you should... Do you remember taking your intelligence, I think, and then like times it by something and making a bunch of...
No, I didn't do that.
Abilities.
No,
do you remember taking your intelligence, timesing it by 2, and then putting those in stats?
I did not do that.
Do you remember taking... Because you've got stuff in some stats.
Yeah.
You have put some stats in.
I think I might have like done half of them and not done all of them, I think. Or maybe I just did the one. Looks a bit. I think I did just do the one.
You've got points in first aid, climb, and I think charm.
And that's it.
I think disguise.
Yeah, it looks like it. Everything else.
Maybe dodge. I'm making guesses of memory of what the stats look like normally. I need to get like a basic version of the character sheet up.
Well, I'm more than happy being some really inept at film producing things.
Oh, that one doesn't help. It's in Greek.
It's fine. I'll leave my stats as shit for now. I'm more than happy to.
Yeah, so those ones that are ticked, like whilst we're doing stuff, if you take your education stat, times it by 4, and then like you can put those points anywhere in those ones that are ticked.
Gotcha.
And then we'll worry a bit more about stuff like that later. So you've got 80 times 4, so that's like 320 points to divide between those ticked ones wherever you want.
Okay, gotcha.
And we'll take handgun as well because it's relevant.
Yeah. Gotcha. Okay. Nah, that way you guys.
So you go into edit mode and you divide the 320 however you want.
Gotcha.
So you guys are. Did you say you were going to the newspaper, or are you still just discussing stuff in the library, in the Hall of Records?
Go to the newspaper archives?
Yeah, I wanted to get the archives.
Oh, one other thing you found in the Hall of Records is that there are some criminal court proceedings that were taken in 1912 towards the Chapel of Contemplation, but the records aren't there. And that information would be at the high courts or in the police station.
Did you say in 1912?
1912, same year it was shut down.
Shut down. Okay, probably why it shut down. Maybe.
That is an inference that you might be able to make. It's up to you. They might have just spent all their money on lawyers.
And
gone bust.
And we also know that who was it that was sued by their neighbor? Was that
Walter Corbett?
Walter Corbett was also sued by his neighbor. So that if we can find kind of any newspaper articles about any of these court proceedings, guess that would help.
So you guys heading to the newspaper then?
I'm more than happy.
Yeah. So one of the major offices in Boston is the Boston Globe headquarters. It's a 4-story building. It has 2 floors of basement. Everybody knows this. It's common knowledge. It's the most important office in the entire building. The government's got nothing on the Globe. It's got a very good reputation. As you enter through the doors, you are in a reception lobby. There is a clerk at the desk. Middle-aged woman wearing, the pointy-rimmed glasses.
Oh yeah, the horn-rimmed glasses.
Horn-rimmed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, good morning. Can I help you with anything?
Hello, we're looking for some records, please. Some newspaper articles, if we can.
We would like to. Let us read your.
Can I get an order of 1 news, please?
Historical articles.
I would like to order some news.
I would like 1 newspaper, thank you. Come on,
Maybe
you're
more than
the
one.
charismatic one. Push Charles forward.
Okay.
I think I've got a
Go on,
chance.
schmoozer.
Go on, Megan. Give it a go.
First one.
Oh, I haven't.
So we do keep a record of everything, but we call it the morgue. But people aren't really allowed in there unless they get the permission of one of the editors. So I'll have to go and have a word with Artie. Artie Wilmot is the main editor of the newspaper.
Okay.
And she rings a bell.
Oh, we should know.
But she doesn't ring a bell. She picks up the phone, says a couple of kind of hushed words into it, puts it down again. He'll be with you in a second. Take a seat over there. So
Yeah, I'll take a seat.
I'd like to tell these guys about what I found in the diary last night.
Go on.
I'd like to. So I was actually leafing through this diary, and I found there's a lot of crazy entries. If I'm honest, the man was clearly quite unhinged, but he actually discussed some form of summoning ritual, possibly in relation to this church of the what's it, Grand Tour of Secrets or whatever.
Okay.
There was this spell, and there was a lot of process to it, but the words of the spell itself were, "Call ye forth thine opener of ways."
I see. I write that down in my notebook.
Very
I think that
odd.
could be like a really good tagline for a movie. So it's like I pretend I'm interested in it, but obviously I'm thinking in the business sense, like, oh, that sounds like a catchy tagline, or like the end of a trailer.
Whatever this religion was involving, it was the idea that I got from it was they were attempting to summon something not from this material plane, but from.
Oh, I act like I'm interested in this, but obviously I don't
almost.
believe a word of it. So, oh wow, interesting. I mean,
it goes beyond religion. This is pseudoscience certainly, but it's.
I mean, I have some knowledge of this kind of summoning and stuff like that, but I've never heard of anything of what they're doing, or of this church that they're associated with, so I can't really help with this.
Okay.
It was very odd. I believe this man may have been driven mad in it, so I think we should be cautious on how deep we dig into this. We may find
I
things.
definitely want to see the building that it
mine's
was
just
stated at. So I'm going to ask the editor about that when they arrive. Speaking of which, they've been keeping us waiting for quite a while. It's kind of. They're not very prompt.
So he keeps you waiting for nearly 20 minutes.
Wow.
I'll use my old lady charm. Try and get that.
Roughly 20 minutes of waiting,
Uh-huh.
and a gentleman comes down into the office.
You must be
How
Artie.
would I describe him? He's he's definitely not young. He's got he's kind of going bald around the edges.
Okay. I want to show him. I want to show him.
Charm.
Yeah. Oh shit! You know what? I'm gonna let you do that. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'll let you go first.
Can I flaunt up to him and be like, "Hello, chap. I'm looking for something. I hope you can help."
I think you should go like all, "Hey there, big boy."
I don't know if we have time for this. What do you want?
All right, I want to show him my TripAdvisor
I'm very
license.
busy.
Hi, I'm a representative from TripAdvisor. I'm here to file a report on our end for the Chapel of Contemplation. I believe is a building that was once used by a certain religious order in this area.
Oh, that's great. Go to the library or the Hall of Records. We've got.
I was gonna say that's what we're here to do.
Yeah.
That's 100% not what we're here to do. We're here to get information on the.
Yeah.
Perhaps rather than you trying to find something for us, maybe we could just have a look at the records ourselves.
Oh wait, would you mind giving us permission to leaf through your archives? The morgue, I believe it's affectionately called.
The records are not open to the public.
I once again show him my
like,
TripAdvisor license.
I would like the three of you to choose one person to make a persuade roll.
Oh.
Maybe you're right.
Alright, I guess that. Okay, I
That's
guess.
like your dump start, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess. Alright, so is it? Wait, where's that computer?
Oh. Persuade. I've only got head persuade, which isn't very good.
Persuade should be one of the main skills.
It's on the very top right.
Top right.
Oh, I've got 40 in persuade apparently.
Oh, I'll let you do it. Mine's not that good. I don't have persuade. I have charm.
Does this man look like he might be a repressed homosexual?
Yeah, Terrence, I believe my TripAdvisor license, swaying him either way. I think you might have more luck with his mind.
Right. I step up. I need to assure you that it is of the utmost importance that we check this information. There could be lives on the line with this. I tell him.
You succeeded the roll. Well,
yeah.
Go ahead, but if you're there for more than 2 hours, then we'll call the security. We've plenty to do today. We don't need members of the public gallivanting our records.
You won't even notice we're here, I assure you.
I'd better not. And he gestures to the desk clerk and just stomps off out through the door, and he's gone.
I think he fancies you, though.
The clerk says to you, "I'm sorry, you seem to have caught him on an average day. He's usually like this." She shows you to the morgue.
Wait, what?
That's what they call the places.
AKA the clippings files.
Okay.
And you meet another woman, looks very similar to the first woman, same glasses.
It's just like a Nurse Joy type situation where they all look exactly the same, like the same person.
Yep.
Yeah, the only reason you can tell a difference is because she has a different haircut. Almost every other aspect of her looks practically identical. Her cardigan is green, whereas the desk clerk's was red.
Ah, I see.
Do we take a point of sanity loss from this? Is this a...
No.
You just reuse the assets.
You don't lose sanity from memes. I've just been told to hydrate. So my stream has a hydrate command. Can I get you guys to also hydrate?
Sure. He's right, I don't have a hydrate command. I hydrate whenever I want. I have my Kylo Ren sippy cup silently judging me on my temperature.
I love your Kylo Ren cup. It's so good.
Great.
That's so dope.
It's like I hear the voice of Adam Driver telling me to stay hydrated, and I don't want to let that man down. He's a very good actor.
I could go get some beer. It's past. It's nearly 4 o'clock. That's the time to start getting intoxicated, I think.
Beer of the clock.
Hey, it's prohibition. Don't drink while on camera.
No,
You gotta take a
that's
sip
true.
off camera.
Yeah, I might have to arrest you.
That's alright, I'll just continue doing my lines.
I think I've openly been carrying a bottle of wine with me that's been unmarked, so I think I probably am day drinking.
I have really bad sinuses. I could not do cocaine. Like, I just breathe through my nose most days, so.
What are we looking for on these?
So you meet the record keeper, the green cardiganed.
I want to show her my
clone.
TripAdvisor license and tell her that's what I'm here for.
Hi, my name is Ruth Blake. I'm the records keeper at the Boston Globe. What is it that you're specifically looking for?
We're looking for information about this church. I show her the name of the church I wrote down in my note. And conveniently next to it is my TripAdvisor license I'm using as a bookmark. Just so she knows, I am a licensed TripAdvisor. I have a TripAdvisor certification.
We don't really have any... I've got an encyclopedic knowledge, conveniently, of all the reports we've written. We don't have anything about the Church of Contemplation. They were...
What about the Reverend Michael Thomas, or, the person, Walter Corbett, who he was the executive of the will for? I believe you might have information regarding those.
Walter Corbett?
Yeah. Well, you do.
Nothing specifically about him. Do you have...
Does the name Macario ring any bells?
An address?
We have an
Macario?
address.
We do have the address. We have the address of the church, don't we? Church building that it used to be at.
We have the address of the house as well.
Yeah, and the house.
So you give her the address of the church, and she looks at it for a little while, and then goes over to a shelf in the corner, scrabbles for a bit, comes back. No, nothing on that one.
What about the house?
As you give her the address of the house, she says, "Oh, this one."
Oh.
And so you, she spends about 20 minutes gathering different things for you here. First of all, there's a feature story from 1918 talking about a vacant house where a lot of mysterious stuff happened. It never got published. It was never actually published into the newspaper, but it was written. It states about in 1880, a family of French immigrants moving into the house, but they fled after a series of violent accidents left the parents dead and 3 children crippled.
Oh, I write this down in my notebook. That could be a very good movie if I just change the family to an all-American family that the audience can relate to. I think that could definitely get me some,
Could the French family possibly be the Macario family, or is that...
No. So, that the Macario family moved in and out in 1918.
Like recently, okay.
Yeah.
So in the 18...
This feature story mentions as well that the house was empty for 29 years before another family moved in.
Okay.
But they immediately fell prey to an illness. Or illnesses.
I can probably embellish this and make it into a very solid screen. I'm very intrigued in this.
In 1914, most of the family moved out of the house after the oldest brother went mad and killed himself with a kitchen knife.
Do we have the name of the eldest brother?
No. There's no names for these people. It's just a record of things that happened. And then the house stayed empty for another 4 years until 1918, where a family called the Macarios rented the house. But they left almost immediately, within a week, after they all mysteriously became ill at exactly the same time.
So they all became ill and they left. They didn't disappear then.
So you guys should have access to handout 2 now, which will tell you all the information I just gave you.
Okay.
Okay.
See, a lot of people seem to be getting ill.
Did they
there.
not disappear then? Was it that they were just ill?
Like it.
Okay, that's weird. Fair enough.
I think one of us, maybe one of us should stay in the house and see if they fall ill. I vote Terrence was most sickly out of all of us.
I'll be honest with you, if I fell ill then, you would not notice if it was part of the curse or if it was just my general demeanor, honestly.
I mean, if you stopped moving and breathing, we'd notice that much at least.
I prefer not to.
The sacrifice.
I mean, I don't want to send an old lady to her death. That'd be fucking.
I'd like to say that I'm not a willing sacrifice in this situation.
Okay. It's gonna be difficult to investigate then, unless we can get some kind of. Excuse me, ma'am. Are you currently looking for a place to stay? I'm asking the secretary this. Like, if she needs a place to stay for the night. I'm turning on the charm here.
Oh dear.
You will want to roll charm.
Alright, I absolutely will. Let's see if she wants to come back to my place.
Hard success.
Hard success.
Damn right, it's hard.
She slightly blushes. It's presumably been a few years since someone's talked to her like this.
I wink at her. I was wondering if she likes
I'm
some
really
company
sorry. I
first.
am married, but
God. Of course she is.
Don't let that stop you.
I ain't gonna, but I'm gonna try it again. Can I convince her to try and slip that ring off for the night?
you can assume that most of the people in this city are Catholics. And so the answer
I
is
love cats.
probably
I
yes.
class myself as a cataholic as well. I am ecstatic
That's
about
got nothing
cats.
to do with anything.
I don't think this is gonna work, guys. Okay, we need to take another approach then.
I'm sorry I couldn't give you guys
anything.
anything. I'm sorry I couldn't give you guys anything more, but any records from before 1878 just got burned in a fire, so we've only got stuff that far back.
In a fire? What?
Yeah,
Okay, let's backtrack a little bit.
That's the first we've heard of a fire.
There's a records fire in the Boston Globe's morgue. Like, we don't
Not
have
at the
any.
house.
No. No, we don't have any records from any news reports from before 1878.
Okay, and what caused this fire? Do you know?
There were no mysterious circumstances. It was just someone left a candle burning too low.
Right. Okay. Okay.
It was a terrible shame for the youth of the city, but
No fatalities, I'm hoping.
there were some casualties. I think there were 2 fatalities.
Oh, well, I guess.
Awful.
Yeah, awful. Absolutely. I turn to the
Well,
other
let's
two.
hope there's no
What do you guys want to do next?
other nasty accidents.
Is there anything else that we want to look up while we're here?
Oh.
I mean, Terrence is becoming more paranoid now as his sanity is slowly dwindling.
Right, before we go, I
We
want to
could
try
go
and
check
look
out the church. Or,
Yeah. We know
the
where it
London
is, don't
house.
we?
Yeah, we've got the address.
We could perhaps. When we're going to find out where what's his name lived? What was his?
Guy in the
where he
asylum.
was-
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're going to find out about the asylum. Does she
Yeah.
have any records of that?
That's what I was gonna check actually. I asked her
Yes.
to look
Do you
into
have
that.
any records on where Macario was taken, the father of the family? Because
Macario
I've heard
Macario.
he was institutionalized.
We don't have any records here about that, but if you ask around the neighborhood, you might be able to find out.
Hey, can you give us the address of your local insane asylum? I imagine there wouldn't be many in Boston.
Yeah, it's your local loan bin.
Yeah. I'm looking for my uncle Vittorio. He might have been
The crazy person hospital.
I
nurse
managed to.
house.
This is a big
Or
city.
a
There are
psychiatric
actually
ward. as
there are
customers
four
call it.
four asylums,
Four
four
asylums.
sanitariums in the area. You can visit each of them in turn, but
I just write them down and then we'll head to the church because we are
Also,
pretty.
did we say that there was nothing here based on the Reverend Michael?
Yeah.
yeah, nothing on him.
Nothing on him.
No news
or
reports on
Walter.
him.
Okay, should we head to the church?
Yeah, let's go inspect.
Yeah.
Oh, in terms of stuff about Walter, there's literally just the obituary that was in the library as well.
Okay. But nothing worth knowing.
No. So you guys heading for the Chapel of Contemplation?
Yes.
It takes you a little while to get there. It's popping up to early to mid-afternoon now. But you find what is left of the old church standing at the end of a crooked, dingy street. The ruins are weathered. What's left of the old church. The ruins are weathered and overgrown with greenery, so much so that the grey stone rubble seems more like natural stone than formal walls and a foundation. You pass a slumping wall bearing white painted symbols, apparently freshly swabbed. 3 Ys arranged in a triangle so that the top element of each Y touch the other 2 Ys. In the center, so created, is painted a staring eye. And I should have a copy of that to show you guys.
I was going to ask, in the diary that we picked up, were there any symbols in there? I think you said there were some symbols when I was flicking through.
You didn't see any that stood out so far, but you were only... You got like halfway through the first volume.
Could I flick through the diary to see if there are... Because symbols are quite easy to spot usually, aren't they?
Are you carrying the diaries on you right now?
I mean, he's got his briefcase full of books, yeah.
Yeah,
they're not small books.
Are they not? I've got a briefcase.
Yeah, he's got... Yeah, I'm pretty sure he can carry them with him.
You're carrying a pretty heavy briefcase, but yeah.
I mean, I carry books on a regular basis.
Yeah. So you can reasonably have the diaries on you. In the meantime, you feel a kind of tingle in your forehead. It's almost like a headache, but like not quite like a headache. It doesn't hurt.
Put my glasses on.
It just feels a little bit weird.
This symbol reminds me of a story a friend of mine back in England. He's currently writing a book about a villain who's symbolized as an all-seeing eye. It's a series of books set in a fantasy setting. I'm going to try and get the movie rights off him once he's finished writing. I think he's making like a trilogy of books based after a kid's book that he wrote for his kids recently. Fairly recently.
So yeah, you can flick through the books, and near the back of the third one, you find this symbol.
Okay.
Found something there. Seemed to be.
These symbols. Well, I'd assumed that obviously, seeing as he had connections to the church, that there may be some information he might have on these symbols that we've seen here. So that's why I was looking out for this symbol specifically, just to get some more information. I haven't read this section much about it, but I can have a quick flick through if you'd like.
Yeah, by all means.
Gather a little
I allow
more
him
information with that.
to do his thing.
Last time I did that, I felt very uneasy afterwards. There was something that just didn't feel right afterwards, but I'd be willing to push through with this. I think there's a lot more we don't know about this. So I'd like to read the section of the diary that includes that passage, if possible.
Yeah, it doesn't really. It doesn't really say anything about the symbol. You just get the idea that Corbett was involved in this chapel church. and had a lot of respect for the people that were also involved in it. You feel like they probably were working on similar things to what he was working on.
I suppose it's a bit like drawing a crucifix, and it doesn't mean you're going to then explain what a crucifix is. It's more it's just a holy symbol that you're putting down. I understand that. That makes that's something in and of itself. Then that we understand that to him that was a holy symbol.
Yeah, so you know that there's a connection between him and the chapel, but you also know that the person who ministered his funeral was from this chapel.
Yeah.
From when you were looking up stuff yesterday.
As well, so
But also, he was previously a Catholic as well, from what we could get from how his house was decorated as well. I mean, it was adorned with like Catholic symbols.
Yeah.
So...
Can you quickly roll intelligence for me?
Yes. You usually do this when I say something stupid.
You're going to lose like 8 hit points now.
Yeah.
So it's very reasonable to assume that the Catholic stuff may have been brought in by people that moved into the house after him as well. Like they didn't look like they'd been there for like decades. They looked like they'd been there for a while.
Maybe it's
like maybe 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
Is there a way inside this church? Because we're like stood outside right now, aren't we?
Yeah, it's ruins, so you can.
I walked right in there. I just want to walk straight in.
Yeah, so most of the buildings are a little bit scrambled. There's blocks of granite around. There's graffiti. Some of the timbers are a bit burned. There's like the remnants of furniture. As you walk around, how many of you guys are in the chapel?
I'm still outside it because I've been reading through the.
Madam Marie, would you like to join me inside the church?
Yeah, I'll kind of stand like near the entrance.
Okay, Charles, can you roll luck for me?
Luck? Oh, absolutely. There's my luck. How'd I do?
Yeah, you succeeded.
Okay.
Cool.
Oh, you are pretty lucky.
Yeah.
Your character's history doesn't reflect that, but...
Hey, no, I've not been hurt or like spooked at all yet. I've conveniently avoided everything.
I mean, your history prior to the game.
Oh, yeah. Oh, of course, yeah.
Your whole thing is that you were down on his luck, like a writer.
Maybe he's not actually down on his luck. Maybe he does just actually suck.
Yeah, that seems more fitting.
Maybe he's had all the luck in the world, managed to actually get to Hollywood and have the chance to produce movies, but the fact is he writes absolute trash and is not making any money.
I can believe that.
But he himself believes he's just unlucky.
Yeah.
Right, what have you done to me?
I have done nothing to you.
What has happened?
Yeah.
As you make one step forward, the space where you were standing, the floorboards that you didn't realize were even floorboards, you thought it was just dirt. A floorboard just cracks below.
Ooh.
And you see that there's a hole there that leads into a basement.
What a step. And also, guys, I think I might have found where we need to go to investigate. This church seems, I was going to say not too shabby, but it's actually very shabby.
So we try and find kind of like a, I don't know, a trapdoor or somewhere that leads into the basement.
Yeah,
rather
I imagine there would be.
The hole.
I imagine there'd be a way down, or we can just fucking jump down this hole. If you don't mind.
I
Not being able to get back
can't
up.
be jumping down the hole.
I call Terrence over and show him that there's a basement.
Outside.
Hey Terrence!
I am not jumping.
Terrence!
I'm not doing that.
Hey Terrence!
I'm telling you now, I'm not jumping down there.
Right, yeah, I'm gonna go look around for a trap door or a
word.
staircase that might lead down. I imagine be towards the back end of the church. Yeah.
So you are basically the opposite end of the church to where this hole is. You find a stairway that leads down, and it's kind of dodgy, but nowhere near as dodgy as the staircase in the Corbett place.
Marie, mind your step. I don't want you tripping and falling, since you got the lowest health out of all of us.
As you head down into the basement, you realize that this is a big room used to store furniture, basically.
Okay.
But it doesn't seem to reach where that hole was.
Secret
Hidden
extension.
door.
This is like Fritzo level interior decor.
Maybe it's like one of those bookcases that you move the book and then it opens up.
That's a good idea, actually. Do you want to come help me investigate? Find the way to get to the
Yeah.
area?
Try and find a secret doorway.
Yeah.
Great for you people.
Terrence, are you gonna come
Yeah,
join us, or?
You're kind of not even that surprised at stuff.
No, I'm not. I'm actively looking for
The
weird shit here, right?
It's like Scooby-Doo doesn't exist yet, so we don't know.
Hey, that's what I'm writing about. How did you know about a gang of young American adults that audiences can relate to, investigating urban myths and creepy happenings? That's exactly what I was writing about, and I was considering having a dog mascot character for the children to relate to.
I still say jinkies way too much. Also, Konobanki Gran no sponsor no tekirei.
I told my friend that means Merry Christmas in Japanese once, and they believed me. Also, I also have Kinder Bueno. I'm literally the same.
Can we get Kinder to actually get
Yeah.
Nestle as
Sponsored.
official sponsors,
I'd be
despite
happy
all
with
their
that.
horrific human rights abuses?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be a bad person for money.
Yeah.
And Buenos are worth more than money.
Dude, Kinder Bueno.
I have some vegan Kinder Buenos, which actually taste a lot like normal Kinder Buenos. Believe it or not.
Oh, speaking.
All right, so I'm gonna give you
White chocolate
guys.
Kinder Bueno. Nice.
I'm gonna give you guys the ultimate secret with Kinder Buenos.
Yeah.
Pop them in the freezer. If you
Okay.
freeze a Bueno and then eat it, it's like the absolute best thing in the world.
Really?
That's crazy.
It's super fire. It's really good.
I'm gonna try that.
I'm going to take a sanity check again, but
I was staying at my sister's in London for a gig back in 2005, and it was mid-December. Everything was frozen, and I hadn't eaten anything in 2 days because I'm a fucking idiot. And there was a vending machine in a train station, and it had Kinder Buenos in. I was like, yeah, fuck it, I'll buy a Bueno. That'll be my sustenance for the day. And it was frozen solid. And I was like, oh great, it's frozen chocolate. I'm never going to be able to eat that. And I bit one of the sections, and it was the nicest thing on the planet. Absolutely changed my life. So now I freeze all my Buenos. So as you guys, whilst you guys are having your little snack break, if you could click spot hidden for everyone that's in the basement, that'd be great.
Karen, did you come down to the basement, or are you still outside?
I'll follow you into the creepy basement. What am I rolling? Spot hidden.
Yeah. I don't think we need you, actually.
Oh.
Stay out there.
Whilst you guys are the other two of you that are walking across to get to the basement,
Nope.
roll luck, please.
Oh, I already rolled spot hidden. Should I roll luck as well?
Yeah, please.
Oh no, Morgan.
Uh-oh, Madame Marie.
Yeah.
You have a
Uh-oh.
heart attack.
I think you found the way in.
Can you roll jump for me?
Jump.
Jump.
Screwed.
No, you
Oh
can't roll
no,
well
she's
now.
got arthritis in her knees.
Oh!
Oh, the floorboards. As you're walking across, the floorboard, near where Charles made the hole, just falls apart underneath you. And with your ancient intuition, you kind of feel that it's about to happen, and you leap to the nearest
This is the
safe
second time
spot.
she's done this now. Were you secretly a
Person
ninja?
parkour. I am secretly a
She's the
ninja.
oldest ninja, but she keeps training.
That's
Fucking
twice you've
Madara
managed to
over
avoid
here.
certain death.
It's actually the spirit of
That's how I
Kami.
got this old. I'm sure the kind of average age of death in the 20s was a lot lower than 89.
Yeah. I mean, it is now.
Pretty sure it's
Yeah.
like, what, 30 back then?
I mean, if you're counting people dying in wars, then
Yeah.
True.
drastically.
Infant mortality.
I
as
mean,
well.
I think my lifespan is actually the lifespan of someone who's around during the 1920s, so I'm like really in character.
So the lifespan for women in 1920 was 54.6.
Oh, well, yeah, men
Life
would die in
expectancy.
childbirth as well, wouldn't they? Like.
Yeah, so for men it was 53.6, for women it was 54.6.
I think that's roughly what mine is right now as well. Being
What?
hemophiliac and shit.
Oh no, but you've got magic drugs keeping you alive these days.
I think like the average for hemophiliac is like 60 years,
You're not
but
like- you're
like
not like
even
a
then that's
Russian
only if I'm
princess.
like really careful, like take very good care of myself and have a good diet. I definitely do not.
Yeah, I'm like pretty far away from like taking care of myself. Yeah, so you ninja dodge away from that fall.
Sweet.
That's actually pretty sick.
Terrence, are you not impressed by that? Holy shit, you saw an old lady backflip in midair off a fucking floor.
I'd like to make another sanity roll.
You know what it is? She's got her chakra concentrated on her feet.
Yeah, that's it. You can walk on water.
Yeah.
It works. No, like Terrence is just fucking. He doesn't know what's real anymore. It's all way too much for him.
So you guys make it to the basement without falling,
Yes.
and with your good spot hidden rolls, you manage to find that there is no way from this basement into the section with the holes in the roof. So you would need to find another staircase or a ladder or a trapdoor or something.
Can I check the walls?
Yeah.
The walls that would link to that section, like logically. I'd like to just knock.
Yeah,
against
but
the
you rolled
walls and
57 on your spot hidden,
No.
so you don't find
see.
anything.
Oh, okay.
Wait, how
Fine.
thick is that wall? How thick is it?
This is a diff.
You
How
don't
thick
know.
is wall?
Terrence,
don't
can I
know.
borrow that axe I gave you?
You got... I left that at the house. I made that very clear. I
Oh,
was gonna
Marie, did you bring
carry it.
that steel
You've
pipe
got
I
a
gave you?
gun and a hammer, though. So
Yeah, but it's like a small hand hammer. It's not like a
you've
sledgehammer.
got a hammer. It would do something against a weak wall, certainly. You look like a strong.
Yeah, I
fella.
don't want to damage my one blunt weapon though.
Use your head.
Is it, Pastor? Is there anything I can use like a piece of lumber or something, or like
Yeah, there's lots of old wood
Right,
around.
cool.
It's
I'll-
not the strongest wood.
I'll grab some like a 2x4, I guess, and try and take a swing at the wall. See if it's thick or paper thin or whatever. Can I do that?
Well, while you use your brute force, can I just go and like try and find a trapdoor somewhere, like maybe check around the altar or something like that?
Yeah, and you rolled pretty good for the spot hidden already, unless you want to roll again.
No.
You're
no,
welcome
no.
to. So, Charles, make a strength check. And
I'm gonna back away.
damn, you are strong.
Damn right, I fucking punched through it with my own fist. I probably could.
So, it's like a pretty thick wall, you can tell. But you did damage it. It's
Oh.
not like you made a hole through it, but you like made at least some kind of impact on it.
Yeah, I reckon if I wanted to punch
it's-
my way
it's
through it,
like-
it'd take a while, so it's not worth the time.
Meanwhile, Madame
I
Marie,
think you can do it.
Terrence, lend me that book. That's rather large.
meanwhile, I finished this mouthful of bueno. Madame Marie,
Yeah.
looking around upstairs to see if there's another trapdoor, sneaky passage down into this other basement. You find that where there could reasonably have been a stairway down is covered in rubble, like big chunks of stone. Like
Okay.
big chunks of like bits of wall that have fallen in as the building kind of fell into disrepair. Disrepair?
Okay.
Okay.
You could reasonably get down into this basement with like a rope or a ladder or something like that.
know what? Yeah, I'll go with that. Is there like a ladder I can see around here, or maybe
Not
even some?
within sight.
What about like
Or a
curtains or
rope?
like fabric or cloth that I can fashion into a rope by tying it together?
Everything here is gradually getting more rotten or eaten by moths.
Okay. You know what?
Maybe one
I'm
of
gonna
the
be a man of action.
able-bodied young men can just jump
Yeah,
down.
Terrence. I'm gonna leave it to you to find a way to get me out. I'm just gonna jump in there. I've still got the lamp that I took from you. Yeah, I'm just gonna yeet myself down there. Meanwhile, while I'm down there, try and find a way to get me back out.
I turn to try and stop him, but he's already done it. So.
Yeah.
Okay, can you make a jump roll for me, Obi?
Absolutely. Yeah.
God.
Oof.
That is an unfortunate failure.
I should have climbed down.
It is at this point that I'd like to remind you guys that there is a mechanic called pushing rolls, where you can get a reroll, but there's worse consequences if you fail a push roll.
Would I have to re-roll the same
And
stat?
you can do this. You can do this for basically like everything except combat.
Okay. So would I have to re-roll jump, or can I just do climb instead or something?
It's a reroll on jump.
No, I ain't bothered.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be way worse.
Can you roll a d6 for me?
2.
2? Cool. You land awkwardly. It hurts quite a bit, but like it's not like you slam into the ground. It's like it's a fall, but not a.
Can I first aid myself to?
Terrence plays over at him. You okay down there?
Yeah. Can I try and first? Can I try and pop my ankle back in its socket or something or wherever?
Yeah, you can attempt to.
Right.
Roll first aid.
Fix myself.
Nice.
Check myself out.
Did you have an injury though?
I seem to have lost some hit points. Do I get them back?
You get one of them back.
Hey. Okay, so I've only lost 1 hit point. That's fine. I can live with that.
So first aid can only work like once per event.
Okay.
And it only gets you 1 hit point back.
That's fine.
Healing in this game is nowhere near as like lenient as it is in like other RPGs, because this isn't like the big adventure game where you're going to get into a ton of fights. This is like spooky horror game where if you get injured, like you got to deal with it.
Yeah, you'll die
so
eventually.
you'll recover if you don't have like a major wound. You recover 1 HP a day. Sorry, but it has to be a day where you don't get injured. I was friendly with Terrence and gave him 1 overnight because I felt like it. First aid can recover you 1 HP. Not having a major wound, recover 1 every day where you don't get hurt. If you have a major wound, it's a bit more complicated, and we'll get to that if we have to worry about it. But a major wound is if you take, I think... Let me just check quickly.
If you'd done like a push action or something and then it had failed, then it would have been like quite a bad one.
Yeah, so that was a d6 damage, but if you failed a pushed action, like if you try and do an action roll as you hit the floor, because pushed action is like, I'm going to do this extra thing to try and make sure that it actually does succeed. So you jump down and you fail the jump, but you're like, well, I'll roll then. And if you fail the roll, then you fucking land on your head or something like that.
Okay.
So if you take half your HP or more in 1 hit, there's a major wound. And you might go unconscious depending on circumstances. If you have a major wound and you get to 0 hit points, you are dying, aka close to death, and you have to roll Constitution at the end of every round or die. And that's one of the things first aid can do, is it can remove the dying condition.
Oh, okay.
But major wounds take weeks to heal.
Why is the Tory in a suit? James, why Lucas is calling you a Tory?
It's because he's wearing a suit.
Yeah.
Don't get me started.
I mean, Terence O'Leary, that can be abbreviated to Tory.
It can't it?
Yeah.
How dare you insinuate that an Irishman would have any Tory leanings?
Right, I'm down here. I'm back in the mine. What's happening?
I just have to interject with Pastor Ferrog. Because my boy LXSD in my chat. Okay, so you are in the basement. You followed into the part of the basement that was sealed off from the rest. You see a staircase in the corner, which presumably is the one Madame Marie found that's got a stack of rubble on it. In this room, there's a cabinet, and there's two skeletons dressed in tattered silk robes. The robes are beginning to be eaten away by like moths or rats or whatever. But it's looking a little culty to you.
Guys, it looks kind of culty down here.
This
Can they still hear me?
looks like the kind of this looks like the kind of robes people would wear when they want to perform rituals.
This looks like the kind of robes that people would wear if they wanted to perform some spooky rituals.
Is there anyone down there with you?
No. Not alive, that is. No.
That's fortunate. This sounds like the sort of thing you probably don't want to get mixed up in, honestly. Would you like the diary? I can drop the diary down to you.
I'd rather have a rope to help me get back out.
I don't have a rope. Who carries a rope around?
Maybe work
with
on that. Maybe, I don't know. Go find help while I'm investigating.
Rubble away from the staircase?
You presume you could climb out if the guys above you kicked out a bit more of the floorboards nearer to the walls.
Ah, okay. Guys, get rid of some of the floorboards.
I'll leave that to you, Terence.
Yeah.
I do not want to risk that, honestly.
I'm not going to stay down here.
It's dangerous for me, if I'm fair.
Alright, Marie, convince him. I'm going to investigate while she's...
Okay, well, I can just use my walking cane to kind of knock them out and stay safe distance away from them.
Yeah, a lot of them are very weak, very kind of like
Jenga.
Broken up already.
Yeah, if I stepped over to I think I'd end up falling through.
It's pretty clear that there was a fire here at some point. Like, most of the timbers are a bit burnt. And you down in the basement, Mr. Ravenswood, can probably infer that these people in the silk robes may have been hiding from the police or
Lucas
hiding
here
from
is
fire.
interested in your onesie. If you would
It's not a chinchilla. It's Hello Kitty.
God. How can you not... Come on. I used to wear a chinchilla. They're they're super skittish.
In fact,
they're going to be soft, and then you go to fuck off.
Bootleg Hello Kitty.
Ooh.
Because this Hello Kitty logo was in fact covered over with some other cloth. Because they couldn't legally sell it at the fairground my friends bought it for me at. With the Hello Kitty logo on it, because they'd get sued. And my chair has started descending again.
Yeah, sorry, what did I find in this basement? Sorry, go back again.
Yeah, so there's a cabinet and two skeletons wearing robes.
Do you want to check out the cabinet?
I do. I love looting. You know that. We've been doing this together, the other day.
Steal the silk robe. They'll be worth a bit.
Silk is worn, so I can't really sell that, so I'm not really interested in silk. Let's have a look inside the cabinet then.
So the cabinet, everything's beginning to rot in there, but it seems to contain all the church's records.
Hey, Terrence,
most of the books
you
you pull out kind of fall apart as you're touching them.
Okay.
Terrence is right on that. Records.
Yeah, if you want them, you're gonna have to try and get me out of here.
Can you not throw them up to us?
They look kind of fragile, if I'm being honest.
Long shot. Is there a hose pipe?
Nope.
I don't know. I'm trying to think what we could do to get him out, because realistically, none of us are going to be carrying rope with us. That's
you said he could climb out.
He's got like 50 climbs, so he could presumably attempt to climb up the wall in the corner.
Oh, actually, shove down a church pew on its side.
Get yourself into this, man.
So I'll knock away some of the floorboards so you can climb up from
Yeah,
the
so
wall?
there's a space on the wall where you could reasonably climb up.
I mean, I'm pretty sure if they gave me a
Okay.
chair or something, I can just like use that to climb up.
It's a 10-foot drop.
Damage? Will you
Several
take more
chairs.
damage if you
I can
mess
make
it
like a
up?
pyramid and climb up.
A
Tables
stack.
and chairs.
Most of the furniture in the building is like fucked. It's like the whole building was in a large fire at some point.
Okay.
Go on, Obi, pile it up.
Stack
It's
it
much
up.
easier than
Stack
climbing
it
a
up.
wall.
That's
Go on,
parkour,
climb a
isn't
wall,
it?
you pussy.
Could he maybe pass some of
So-
the records up to us and then climb out?
Yeah. Meanwhile, can you make a spot hidden roll?
Uh-oh.
I think Morgan should have been the one to climb down here because she's got the better stats.
I couldn't climb up that wall though.
Oh,
91.
Or you're gonna have your brain sucked out.
oh, something's gonna attack me and I'm not gonna see it coming, isn't that right?
If you do want to search a little bit harder, you still have the opportunity to push the roll.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Do it, do it.
Do it.
Ooh,
Oh, so close.
You did
ooh,
that.
harsh.
If it was like a higher skill, then I'd get it. But you did it on a 25.
I know. Hey, I'm being brave today. I'm action hero mode. I jumped in the bottomless
Yeah.
abyss.
I don't think this game's good to people who are brave, honestly.
The thing is, like, as you're like searching around, your clothes get caught on a few like nails sticking out the walls and like on the cabinets and stuff like that. But you do find some extra stuff hidden underneath the cabinet. So your clothes are getting a little bit fucked by this. Like the nails have like
that
ripped,
was knockoff Gucci.
ripped your trousers.
Look, that's my Gucci sweatshirt.
A Gucci sweatshirt.
Yeah. Oh man, my blazer. My Poco Boss blazer.
So there's 2 books hidden underneath the cabinet that you do eventually find, whilst the others are smashing up the floorboards so you can get out.
Yeah.
However, your clothes are a little bit munched now.
Happy about
One
that.
of the books is a journal, if you want to look in it. Are you looking in the books, or are you just picking them up?
I'll give it to Terrence to read. He can do the reading. I'll
Alright,
get out of
no
there
worries. Cool, so you taking these 2 books and anything else?
now. Nah, I don't think I can carry any more out of here.
Cool.
I'm being realistic here. If I carry any more, I'll probably be weighing myself down too much.
So you managed to... So you're going to roll climb for me.
Have a look.
Hey, easy.
Easy, I backflip out of there.
Not quite.
I
That's-
backflip
You
out
got
of there.
hard success, not extreme success.
Alright, I
managed
fucking
to-
parkour out there then, not backflip.
You managed to make your way out of the basement. It is a little bit awkward, but you're clearly proficient in climbing. The others can give you a little clap if you want. You have 2 mysterious books in your hand.
Yeah, let's have a look at these. What are they?
So one of them seems to be a journal.
Uh-huh.
You're frozen in exactly this position for me, James. Your camera's just not moved. You're just frozen like this.
Oh dear, I'll refract that.
Sorry, yeah, these books though. One's a journal, what's the other?
One of them is a journal, and one of them is written entirely in Latin. Everything in it is handwritten, and the title of the book is Liber Ivonis.
Alright, I'm gonna bin the one in Latin so I can't read it.
Terrence takes that.
Terrence takes okay. If you want to take it, it's junk, but okay.
Do any of us
He's
know
what?
Latin?
I don't.
I don't know what language is Terrence knows. I don't remember. He's a linguist though, isn't he? He's got linguistic
You might have
abilities
check
in
your
general.
character sheet then.
He'd probably be able to translate it. Even if
if you have the language stat for Latin, then yes, you can translate it. But it is a skill.
He probably knows some as well if he doesn't. I don't know what skills.
You know your own language and you know Mayan. You don't know Latin.
Mayan.
I know French.
Okay, yeah, let's
chose the wrong language.
Latin's a dead language, so's Mayan.
Never mind then. I'll probably know someone at the university that speaks Latin though. Realistically, it's these educational types are big on that.
My whole house suddenly smells of garlic for some reason.
Oh, spooky.
Yeah, it is. So you glance at the book a little bit, and a lot of it's like kind of rotten, worm-eaten. There's entire sections that are like not even like legible anymore, even if you understood the language. So you know that some of it will be recognizable, but most of it isn't.
Okay. Alright, yeah, I think I'm done with this. Well, I'll read it later, I guess, when we've got more time.
And the other book, the journal, a lot of the pages, as you turn them, just fall apart.
Okay.
It's been under a cabinet in a burned-out church for 8 years. So it's not in the best condition right now.
Okay.
However,
yeah,
some things in the book do catch your eye. It mentions a name you're familiar with at this point, Walter Corbett.
Yeah, gets around.
And there is a record stating that he was buried in the basement of his house, quote, in accordance with his wishes and with the wishes of that one who waits in the darkness.
Ooh.
Yeah.
interesting.
Confirming that he was buried in the basement of his house.
Oh,
Let's go
sweet.
dig him up.
Yeah.
Don't think that's a good idea, personally. That's what
No,
James
I'm gonna
wants
make a beeline.
to do.
Let's go dig
I
him
think
up.
that's a good idea.
Let's go. Yeah, 2 against 1.
Terrence does not think.
We're going to the house. We're going to dig him up.
There's more of the house we need to explore anyway,
Yeah.
so we need to go there anyway.
I mean, I understand that, but you want to dig up a...
I do. Yes.
Yes, yes.
I reckon, right, if we make...
Alright.
if I get my film camera with me, because I have a camera with me, so obviously I've got some photography in. If I make a video of me discovering a dead body and, you know, post it to media outlets, I reckon I can get a lot of traction. Maybe even some outrage if I discover
At least
a dead body.
if we just maybe have another look around the basement, because...
I'm considering maybe I should get this body. If I string it up in a forest and pretend I accidentally stumbled across it, I think that would definitely generate some buzz. That's a story I can
I
sell.
can't wait a decade from now when Charles Ravenwood is in Berlin working with Goebbels, like, looking for his big opportunity. He'd do anything, wouldn't he? Anything! If it means that you get a movie made, you monster.
Hey, I think I'm going full Logan Paul here, okay? Oh, yeah, let's go back to the house. I want to dig this man up. I'm not even hesitating. We got time.
Oh god. Oh god. Alright, we're doing it.
The house.
So you're heading back to the house?
Yeah,
Yeah.
straight. I'm gonna go straight into that basement.
Is the axe still there?
I imagine you'd have to go out the
Yeah.
door, didn't you?
Well, I understand. Just making sure.
Yeah, so it's like, it's mid-afternoon, and as you walk into the neighborhood, there's like, ooh, you're moving back over to the area. Cool. I don't have to move your icons. Sick.
Yeah, I'm already downstairs in the basement. I just want to make 40 behind. Right, can I see the
Surely you have to, like, carefully go down those stairs again.
Oh no,
That was,
I passed that
Yeah.
check. I'm fine.
That's not how it works. There's more to these stairs than you think.
Okay.
So let me just get to the right places.
I know how to walk downstairs. I did it before.
Well, you jumped in the most recent downstairs you went to.
Yeah, I didn't walk downstairs. I jumped. That was my mistake. If I walked down the stairs, I would have done it. Yeah, I want to go down the stairs again.
Alright, so you guys make it to the house without that much difficulty because you know exactly where it is. As you enter, and as you start moving towards the stairs, you hear the scratching noise from above again.
I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in the body. I know that bed's gonna try and kill me again.
I know, but if I walk in, it'll just stop again. So.
You hear a kind of
footsteps.
not footsteps, but a kind of thumping noise coming from above. It might be footsteps.
Terrence grabs the axe and stays exactly where he is.
Fine,
Okay,
I've got a gun.
this
We're
room
fine.
since we haven't done it.
I'm ignoring all of that. I'm going straight to dig up this body.
Do you have a shovel?
There's probably one down there because I saw a bunch of garden tools down there. So
Dig it up with his hands.
So the thumping noise will continue. I'm not going to keep like hitting myself to make it. I don't have anything appropriate to use for it. Not to hand. I use my Mario 3D All Stars case.
Hey, if Terrence wants to follow that noise, he can. I'm not being distracted by a potential death trap. I'm gonna dig up the dead person.
Terrence is fine where he is, thank you very much.
I'm not going to be distracted by the potential death trap. I'm going to trigger the other potential death trap.
Yeah, I have my priorities straight.
You don't even have any light down there.
No, I've still got the lamp I took from Terrence. He doesn't have his lamp, I took it off him.
So you've left parents in the dark. I mean,
it's daytime now. It's like mid-afternoon, so he's fine.
He would be if the windows were actually like clean.
He can clean the
But they are
windows.
not.
I know.
Mr. Ravenwood, do you still have the music box in your pocket?
I do, yeah.
That's coincidental.
I assume I have like
Because-
a satchel bag that I'm carrying all my stuff in. So the music box will be there, the hammer I picked up earlier is, my revolver is probably in there as well.
Yeah.
He's got those D&D pockets.
Yeah.
the music box.
The music box starts playing.
Thing. Madam Marie, hold on to this for me while I go dig up this dead person.
Oh,
I give the box to Madam Marie.
did you open it?
No, not yet. If you want to look into that, go for it.
I thought you'd gone down the stairs, I'm confused.
No, I'm at the top of the stairs. I've not gone down yet. I'm waiting for
Okay, so we're going to quickly cover Madame Marie checking out this room here, which you can probably guess is roughly this shape.
Yeah.
Who knew? So this is a second storage room, very similar to the one to the left of it on the map.
Okay.
This one, basically everything in here is old furniture that's like broken up, ready to burn in the stove.
It's probably been thrown at someone and it's
Yeah, it's
I'd get out of there, it
used up
might
its
come for
quota of throws.
Imagine how much furniture they must get through. Like,
Yeah, you need
Every
to.
time you go
need to
into a
buy
room,
bunch.
it's thrown at you.
So as
Right.
you
guys,
attempt to go down the
just
stairs.
a quick announcement, guys. Sorry. Apparently there's a month-long lockdown just been initiated.
Oh, I saw that one coming.
And yeah, and Sean Connery's dead as well.
Yeah, I
Just
saw
getting
that earlier.
Yeah, I saw that.
Sorry, carry on.
Well, yeah, I gotta check some things because I'm supposed to be going to an escape room tonight.
Not anymore.
Oh wow, you don't want to go there
I
because
feel
you'll
like
never even
that
get back
might
out
be-
for an entire
that might
month.
be cancelled. I gotta just grab a Facebook chat. Does the lockdown start immediately?
Monday, I think.
Usually, yeah, I think they usually initiate it a few days after, so you'll probably be alright for tonight.
Right, so I'll assume it's still on and I'll go down anyway. And if it turns out to not be on, I'll be like, oh, I'm tired. Cool. So you heading down into the basement, make a roll against Dex or Climb, and then like, this is what we call a combined roll. I should have explained this before.
Okay.
You're rolling the dice once, and you're comparing it to Dex and Climb, and if you succeed either of those, then you succeed.
Yeah, I succeed.
Yep, so you get down the stairs relatively easily. It does feel like they're moving below your feet, though.
Fine, I'm
You can't
desperate
quite-
enough to keep my balance.
Yeah, you keep your balance relatively easily, but it definitively feels like they're moving deliberately below your feet.
Alright, can I see a shovel
Should go
anywhere?
next.
Can you see what, sorry?
A shovel or any digging tool?
Nope. No.
Oh, okay.
Roll
Yeah,
spot hidden quickly.
I might want to wait for me to get down here and let her do that, but I'll give it a go.
There you
Oh,
go,
I
you
am
don't need
eager to
me.
find this body. I am very eager. It isn't my first rodeo.
Yeah, obviously. You grave-robbing cretin.
You do not find a digging tool. However, you do find an old knife with an ornate hilt.
Oh,
And the blade is kind of coated with a weird, really thick rust.
I mean, if it's ornate, it's probably an heirloom that could fetch a good price. So I'm definitely taking that with me. I could probably sell it as an antique to a pawn shop.
It's gonna be an exciting episode of Antiques Roadshow with you around.
Maybe it's the knife the guy killed himself with. Just saying.
Yeah, it was a kitchen knife. I
Oh.
said so.
It could be a kitchen knife.
Yeah, it could be a
If
ornate.
you're
kitchen
fancy.
knife,
Yeah, if you
Well, I'm
fancy.
taking it with me.
What do you mean by with you? What's happening with the other two?
Marie's coming
I'm
downstairs.
scared to go down the stairs because I'm not as able-bodied as the young ones.
I'm less able-bodied than the old lady, so.
I could go upstairs and check out the other room.
Oh yeah, do you want to go into the spooky rooms? I'll go with you.
Yeah, I'll go
Right,
upstairs.
that's where the bed was thrown at me. So
Yeah.
just warn me if any beds are coming.
I think the further up you go,
I
the
stick
spookier it
close
gets. That
behind the
means,
old
like,
lady.
because like that means the reverse is true, which means the further down you go, the less spooky it'll be. Safer I'll be. Because ground floor is relatively safe. Upstairs, rather dangerous. I imagine basement will be like opposite. Like it'll be like.
Keep telling
Well-
yourself that. It might be true.
Okay, so we're just going to quickly go for the upstairs stuff whilst Opie's
Sure, go for
in the basement.
Hmm.
So you're heading to this room at the end of the corridor because it's the
Yep.
only one you haven't checked out yet, right?
Yep.
Darona. So this room here, it's a very ordinary bedroom. It's presumably
Oh,
like
beds,
a
no.
master bedroom. It's got a double bed, still has sheets on it. There's a bookshelf, there's a window view. There's a lot of candles, a lot of crosses, a lot of rosaries. And there is a breviary resting on the table beside the bed, which I believe is another Catholic artifact. I'm going to Google it. The Pokemon, but
Yeah.
it's a liturgical book used in Christianity for praying the canonical hours.
Also, any prayer you do in the out of those houses is not canon. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to stay canon for your prayers, otherwise
Otherwise, it's
it ruins
filler.
everything.
It's a filler arc.
Yeah, you don't want to
Terrence
fill
is
up prayers.
Terrence is going to peer inside, see there's a bed, and then go back into the corridor.
Yeah, so Madame Marie is the person in the room. Can you roll
Here we go.
spot hidden / intelligence? Like either of those will work. And then compare it to the other one as well. If you succeeded,
To
you're
do
eliminated.
both.
Well, roll one of them and then compare that number
Ooh.
to. Yeah, you
Okay.
succeeded anyway.
I
So
have
the
75 intelligence.
dust in here is a lot less than the dust in this one.
Right.
So this one, presumably, people were in and interacting with more recently.
And didn't dust their house.
It's been 2 years since someone last was in here.
Okay.
So presumably the dust is from time.
Anyway.
But the bedroom nearer to the stairs, people obviously hadn't interacted with for a lot longer. Other than the bed. And other than these massive scraping noises coming from it.
Which I'm kind of
the
tempted to
thumping
check out
noises.
again, but I don't know.
I mean, you know what's going to happen? It's happened twice already. You go in the room, scraping stops, and then the bed tries to knock you out the window. I don't know how you guys haven't
But if I
noticed
don't
this
stand
yet.
by the
That's what's
window, I'll be
happening.
And then
alright.
you'll effortlessly sidestep.
Yeah,
So-
and James will get yeeted into the street again.
I've taken the most amount of damage from being nearly killed by a bed, so
Yeah.
I'm cautious of beds now.
Just don't stand near the window, stand on the other
But
side.
you need to stop going for every creepy noise you hear.
The
and
bed
you know,
hits me, it's still gonna damage me.
Also, are you going to open that music box? It's still playing.
It's already open, I thought.
That's
I'll
fine.
It's
check out.
closed.
Close.
Okay.
Open it.
Is the music
Oh,
coming
Uh,
from the music
We should
box?
definitely
Yes.
destroy it.
Okay.
Can
I will
I-
open the
Can I
music
smash
box.
the? Can
I mean, you
smash
might anger the
music
spirit
box?
that's
No, you
inside.
cannot.
Yeah.
As you open the music box, the music continues to play.
And if I close it, it still continues.
It continues to play.
I don't like it.
And if
Let
I
me
throw
destroy
it
it.
out the window.
Intelligence check for me, please, quickly.
For who?
You, Madame Marie.
Ooh.
Yeah, so
How are you doing
You
so
know the
well? What the
music-
fuck?
music boxes like this, you wind a key to give them like the clockwork like
Yeah.
power
Yeah.
to continue playing music. As far as you're aware, no one has done that at any point.
Retro motion machine. We can make a killing off this.
It's just started on its own.
Yeah,
As all the creepy stuff in this house seems to do.
yeah.
I think we should destroy it personally. I think there's something very.
I mean,
very
she's an
wrong
old
with
lady.
that
You can
thing.
easily overpower her and take it off her and then just smash it on the ground.
Like, a lot of the time, like, music boxes have,
could.
like, little compartments in them. Like, sometimes people
Yeah.
keep jewelry on music boxes. So is there anything else in it?
No, it's like a kid's music box. There's nothing in it at the moment.
Go on, Terrence, snatch it from her and smash it.
He's not gonna. He's not that crazy yet.
You will anger the
If he
spirit.
loses, like, he loses another 10 sanity, he might.
Hey, you might be speaking too soon, but anyway.
He's just very unsettled by it.
Yeah, I think sanity starts doing stuff if you lose a fifth of your total sanity in one go.
That's a
Yeah.
lot.
Also, in the
Not far
basement,
from
can I
it,
spot
to be
anything in
fair.
the
It's
ground
a
that's like
computer,
maybe
it's
it
not
was
much for
recently
Terrence.
dug up, or you know,
Yeah.
maybe
What was that, Obi?
in the basement I'm in. Can I have investigate the floor and see, you know, where something might have been buried if something was buried here? If I can tell, like the ground had been moved. Comparison to rest of
You can in a minute,
the- okay.
but we're just gonna deal with the stuff upstairs first
Oh,
because
Wait, I've lost 6 sanity. Does that mean that I have started going a bit
I have.
loopy then? So that's a fifth of my sanity.
It's in
gone
one
already.
go.
but that was over the course of.
Oh, okay.
Damn, you're going absolutely bonkers.
My character wasn't exactly stable to begin with, apparently. So.
So you guys upstairs, what are you doing right now?
We were just investigating the music box, but I'm not quite sure what to do with it.
Staring at the
I'll make a
music
stop.
box in horror.
In it.
You know,
Can we
force
just
it
put
stop by
back in
holding on to
room
the
and-
actual
Give
mechanism
it
to
back
stop
to
it
them,
from
maybe they're
moving.
angry that we took it.
So you're just gonna put it back in the kids' room?
Sure, why not?
As soon as she puts it
Wait.
down, I smash the axe down on it.
Okay, can you make a? Ooh, what would this roll even be?
Strength, probably, which I don't have any.
I guess I'll say it is the fighting brawl stat. You are now
You're
brawling.
You're brawling a music box.
A music box.
I don't know.
Yeah. So you bring the axe down. In one fell swoop, you just cleave the entire music box in half.
Does the music stop?
The music gets louder.
It stops.
Okay.
Are you guys still upstairs, or are you gonna head into that other bedroom, or are you gonna head downstairs?
We could either go into the bedroom, or we could go and help Charles.
No, I want to help that Obi guy. He sounds much nicer. I'm not going down those stairs, if I'm honest with you. That's,
Okay, well then we check out the room again. See if maybe if you go first, maybe it won't stop straight away like it does with me every time I go in.
Sure, why not? What's the worst thing?
Deja fucking vu. I know exactly what's gonna happen next.
Stay away from the window, okay?
So as soon as Terrence walks in, he's got his back to the wall and he's staring at the bed, and he keeps his eyes on the bed at all times.
And you can run out the room if you need to.
The bed is still up against the window.
He's watching the bed. He's got the axe ready, and he charges at the bed with the axe.
Yeah, hack that bed up.
Make a brawl roll.
I have a feeling the bed is the issue here, but...
Terrence thinks the bed's the issue.
Oh no!
Fucks up.
Yeah,
so the axe just gets stuck in it. Just starts crying on it.
Megas in my chat saying, "Don't say what's the worst that could happen," because he remembers a campaign we played where he looked into the attic of a house and immediately got decapitated.
Immediately? That's a bit...
Yeah, it was. Well, he rolled spot hidden to see if he'd see the thing that was attacking. He succeeded on that, then he rolled dodge and failed that and got decapitated.
Ouch.
The DM at the time was quite bloodthirsty, you might have guessed.
I was going to say, that's
rough, buddy.
So you swing the axe into the bed, but it's a metal bed frame, and it's a blunt axe. So you just make a bit of ting noise. It's not very comfortable in your hands. It feels really horrible, and you don't really make an impact.
I have a little cry.
Madam Marie, are you also in the room?
I am. I'm near the door where I'm safe. Hopefully.
Say that.
That is strange.
Terrence is now crying on your shoulder.
Yeah, you feel the tears of Terrence hit your shoulder as he feels something dripping on him.
Nope.
Nope.
It's as if there's like a leak in the ceiling.
Slowly looks up.
Yeah, there's you can't quite picture it.
Tentacle's gonna wrap him up and drag him through the ceiling.
Yeah, so just above where you two are standing, there's like a pooled area where drops of what seems to be blood are dripping down onto your head.
Terrence leaves the room.
Is there an attic? I'm gonna look if there's any like doors.
Terrence is out. Terrence is out. He's done. He's done. He's going.
You're gonna come in the basement, Terrence. Paper down here. I've not had anything bad
where
happen
would
to me.
you prefer to be? In the attic or in the basement?
Terrence is walking outside.
So this is all happening in roughly the time you, Charles, are investigating, looking for like a digging tool and like looking at what the floor is like in the basement.
Okay.
So Terrence is dipped.
Terrence fucking ran. He fucking bolted. He's outside hyperventilating right now.
And Madame Marie, what are you up to right now?
I'm looking for anywhere that could lead to the attic, like stairs that pull down or something like that.
There's no attic.
There's got to be an attic. How does the body get up there?
You saw from the outside that this is like basically the top floor of the house.
The house is beating on you.
Can I?
The blood is pooling in the ceiling, but it doesn't seem to be coming from anywhere specifically. It must be coming from the roof.
But No way to get onto the roof.
Nope. And you probably didn't look too hard, but you didn't see anything on the roof when you were coming.
In that case, I'll just try and join Obi if I can get down the stairs.
Nice.
I mean, Charles.
So as you attempt to get down the stairs, I'm going to ask you to make a roll. If you pass Dex or Climb, it's fine. Doesn't matter which one.
Go on, Morgan.
Nope.
Fail both of them.
Nope.
Well, you got 45 fails both, unfortunately.
Lucky.
And that was your better roll. So you're going to slip as you go down the stairs.
Oh no, the old
Because-
lady.
That's bad for such an old lady as well.
Oh, no. You attempt to go down the stairs. Everything feels a little bit weird about them. It feels almost like they're moving to different places under your feet as you go. So you immediately know that it would be quite dangerous to keep trying. You do have the choice to push on.
Stay up here. I'll stay up here.
You're going to stay up
Charles can
there?
have fun on his own.
If
Okay,
you want, I
cool.
can be ready to catch you. Would that work?
There's a reason I've stayed alive this long.
Cool.
Terrence is,
Let me just check something quickly.
Terrence is outside smoking with a small trickle of urine going down his leg.
While you're out there, check if there's any dead bodies on the roof, will you?
What was that?
While you're out there, check if there's any dead bodies on the roof.
I just gotta grab my snipping tool because I'm gonna need. Oh no, I can just duplicate the tab again.
Terrence is peering to see if he can see anything on the roof.
Spot hidden? It wouldn't be hidden, it's on a roof.
Well, not at all.
Or 12.
Hard success.
Yeah, there's nothing on the roof.
There's nothing there! Leave me alone!
Strange, isn't it? Just pooling blood out of nowhere.
Yeah, curious that.
Yeah,
Sanity dropped again.
weird. So I just gotta. Oh, I should have all the details in here actually. Yeah, so Obi, can you quickly make a strength check for me?
Oh, absolutely. I am a hench as all hell. Check out these guns. Check out these guns!
Nicely done.
Yeah, so you manage to keep hold of it as the knife tries to fly out of your grasp. You're holding tight onto this knife, but it is trying to pull itself out of your grasp.
Nice
That's
try.
strange, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Nice try.
Let me just check some things quickly because now you are technically in combat with a mysterious knife. Can you roll sanity for me quickly?
Oh yeah, sure. I'm the man of action. Let's go.
Yep,
Oh, it's
success.
Completely normal.
Cool. Never seen anything weird. Except it still is kind of weird.
I'm unfazed by this, I guess.
You are a little bit phased.
A tiny bit.
You're a little bit phased.
It's just not a severe mind break.
Mind break.
Is it?
Isn't that a category in something?
Yeah.
In something, at least. So let me just check a couple things quickly.
Just out of curiosity, I just googled the term mind break.
What did you
And,
find? Isn't that the thing that
Urban
Yugi does to
Dictionary
Kaiba at the end of the
definition.
first episode of Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
It is. He mind
In
breaks him.
Japanese pornographic novels, a state female heroines undergo when no longer exhibit thought or logical thinking while having sex. That is
Think.
exactly what Yugi did to Kaiba. Mind break.
Just checking some stat stuff quickly.
Worries? Possibly go wrong. I'm not dreading anything.
I hope Obi's character gets severely injured because,
Watch me make it out
solidarity
alive and
more
you'll
than I
fucking hate
realise,
it and you'll
but-
stub your toe on a bed frame somewhere and claim that it knocked you out of a
Oh.
window.
Nah, never go near a bed again in my life.
Why is the music not working?
Was it the Final Fantasy VII Encounter music?
No, just any of the music's just stopped working now.
Zombie music in the background.
It wasn't playing for me. It's not playing at all.
Oh, no. No, it's still there. It's still like.
Yeah, I'm still hearing it.
Yeah, it's just not playing for me.
I can't hear anything either.
It stopped now.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, got it, yeah.
Cool. It bugged the hell out. Okay, so let me just quickly. So you're in combat with the knife, but you are currently holding it. It's trying to fight its way out of your grip. So I'd like you to make. In fact, I gotta adjust some stuff on this sheet. So that's there. I'd like you to make another strength check.
Another one, okay.
Yes.
How's it going?
So the knife pulls itself out of your grasp.
What?
Why does it say Walter Corbett?
I think it's a
Yeah,
spirit of
that's
Walter
strange,
Corbett.
isn't it?
Yeah,
Obi, I think you're fighting a ghost.
I can take him.
So
Yeah, maybe if you die, you'll have a better chance. Fight him on his level.
I mean, I am here to desecrate his possible grave.
it's your turn in the combat round. What would you like to do?
I use my hammer to smash him. Smash the knife, blade off the knife. Or
You can attempt to.
what options
Are
do I
you holding
have?
the knife still?
Or you could run.
No, the knife just pulled itself out of his grip.
Ah, okay.
I mean, I don't have any of the weapons, so I think I'm gonna have to smash it with a hammer.
You gonna attempt to?
Yeah, what do I have to do for that?
Fighting brawl, I'm gonna say.
Fighting good.
Do 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 do.
Come on, Obi, don't fuck it up. This is what your character's built for. He's built to destroy.
Where's fighting? Oh, hang on. Hey,
Bottom
Josh, how
left.
you doing? Fighting or fighting? Oh, not very good at that. I
Oh,
still
nice.
succeed.
Oh, you hit the knife pretty hard. As you hit it, you knock off some of the rust.
Ooh.
Making it
Which
stronger.
yeah, it looks like it might be a bit sharper now, which is a little bit concerning.
Should I have aimed for the handle?
Just saying.
Say again?
I probably should have aimed for the handle, maybe.
I don't think you should be aiming for the knife, personally.
That
I don't think
explains
the knife's the issue here.
Can I just quickly check what Terence and Madame Marie are up to?
Yeah, what are you
Terence is outside hyperventilating still, though he's having a cigarette to calm him down. That's what people did in the 1920s.
Oh yeah, those are healthy, right? They're good for your health.
That's true. Stressed out, have a cigarette.
And Madame Marie, what are you up to?
I've offered her a cigarette.
Go to the neighbor's house and see if they maybe you could speak.
I don't think there are any neighbours, are there?
There's a lot of office buildings in the surrounding area.
Oh, so the neighbors that tried to sue them weren't.
They were probably a big.
That was in like 1880 or like earlier. That was in like 1875 or like earlier.
Can I just explore around the house then and see?
Yeah. I mean, like, I can give you a little quick description of the neighborhood if you want.
Yeah.
You guys are gonna leave me to die, aren't you?
Whilst Charles is fighting in the basement.
I'm fighting
because you haven't yelled out or anything.
Is there an outdoor entrance? Is there an outdoor entrance to the basement that we can find from walking around the house?
Yeah. I moved my mouth away from the mic to breathe. Obi, you're gonna get attacked with a floating knife. So I'm gonna just quickly roll this. Oh, extreme success. Can you roll a dodge roll? Oh, that is unfortunate. Can you do me a favor and roll a d4 for me?
I'm having too much fun with this, sorry.
Okay, yeah, this is...
I can't hear.
Wait, hold on. That's actually... Yeah, Obi, I can't hear anything you're doing or saying if you're...
Can you hear me now? Sorry.
Yes.
Yes.
Sorry about that. Yeah, I seem to have taken a... Guys, I scream out in pain, so loud enough that they can hear me outside.
Alright. We'll come back inside then. Well, I'll come back inside if he's still trying to get the chute open, and I'll try the stairs again.
Okay.
Yeah, this is very unfortunate because it looks like you've just been impaled. Because the attack was an extreme success and your dodge was a failure. And
I'm
it
still
looks like
alive.
that's enough damage to immediately kill you.
Ooh.
Oh Can I first aid him?
So let me
I
just
should have brought out my gun.
quickly-
I had fucking 80 and handgun.
Yeah, gun versus a floating knife might not be the one.
Maybe.
I tried to whack it out of the air with a hammer, but it didn't work. I should have shot it.
Yeah, if a character suffers points of damage greater than or equal to their maximum hit points in a single blow, they die instantly. But I'm a friendly guy, and I'll say
It's fine.
that
I'm more than happy to
you can
die there. Actually,
you can push the roll on the dodge, and you definitely die if you fail it. But you
I'm
get
pushing
one
it, I'm
reroll
pushing
'cause I'm
it.
a nice guy.
I'm gonna push the dodge roll.
Oh,
Yo!
All right, you're still
I
gonna take
want to
some
make this
damage.
dodge.
You're still gonna go to 5, and you
Gotta
now
be
have a major
wound.
wound.
Yeah.
But I'm a gracious leader because it's more interesting for the stream if you survive. So right now it's just slashed straight through your left arm. You can't move your left arm. It's
That's
just
fine.
gone.
I'm right-handed. They got this.
I just realized it's kind of fitting as well. Your
Yeah.
left arm's the one that you can't move as well, isn't it? So you really need to stop that bleeding. You need to not get stabbed again with this mysterious flying knife.
Is it back to my turn
Can
then?
you roll against your constitution as well for me quickly? Yeah.
For you, I can do it.
You succeed. You don't fall unconscious from the shock of the intense pain.
Nicely
That's
done.
very convenient.
This is the most
It is.
enjoyable part of the game. This is amazing.
It's now your combat turn.
Alright, I want to pull out my gun and shoot the knife, aiming for the handle. Ornate handle.
That seems
Aiming
like
for the
a plan.
handle.
Yeah.
I'd like to suggest that you roll an intelligence check quickly. It's what we call an idea roll.
It's what he does when you're about to
26.
Hard success.
Yeah, because the blade didn't work,
Okay.
so I'm aiming for the other half.
So the knife doesn't appear to be alive. It appears to be being moved by someone else. So attacking the knife probably won't stop it.
Well, I was hoping to snap it in half so it can't be used.
If
You know the joint of the
if
handle
someone's
blade?
like throwing stones at you and
Yeah.
you break all the stones in half, they've got more stones.
Ah, okay.
That's my hint for now.
Okay. I don't
Um,
think I have anything that can
No, do
slay a
it.
ghost, so I might have to run away from this encounter then.
Yeah, you're not looking too hot right now.
No, I'm gonna have to run. Alright, cool. I make a beeline for the stairs.
Yeah, and you can make it to the stairs and climb them, and
Yeah.
as soon as you get to roughly here, the
Yeah.
knife just floats in the air and stops chasing you.
Cool. Okay, yeah, I leave the house. And tell them I've been stabbed. Guys, I've been stabbed.
I'm still outside smashing the chute open.
Yeah, I tell
Should we-
you guys,
The
hey,
music stop for you guys.
Yeah.
Try and give him first aid.
Josh, we don't have a phone. We are in 1920s Boston. So mobile phones aren't a thing here.
We can call the newspaper guy and ask him to call for help.
Why is the music being such a shit now?
Have I managed to break the chute open yet?
Probably not yet. Do you guys have the creepy music?
Oh,
No, I don't
gone
have that.
again.
All right, let me just complete.
What?
With his chicken strips.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Oh, what? What's happened?
Fair enough, Josh.
He's trying to fix the music.
Oh, okay.
All right, am I back in?
Yeah. Still no music though.
It's fine.
Yeah, I had to press play.
I managed to break into the coal chute. Yeah?
No, not quite yet.
No.
Oh, it's past 5 o'clock. I might
Music?
call it here if that's okay with you guys.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
If you want to quickly roll first aid,
Well, of course, yeah.
or anyone that wants to stop Charles bleeding out on the floor,
I
roll
got
first aid
this.
You failed.
because he's bleeding
Nice.
a lot.
Where's first aid? Oh, there. Oh, sorry, mate.
Is it on me? Okay.
It's ended that I come out and die in the fucking. Oh, James. Oh.
Oh, Terrence
Oh, no.
somehow manages to, whilst you guys are fumbling with like bits of cloth,
Yeah.
Terrence
Okay.
pulls out
For
like
God's sake! Pushes it
rips
out
off a bit of his own shirt, ties it in a little tourniquet around the wound,
So
No worries,
homoerotic.
Lucas. Thank you.
manages
I've
to
got
like
riff on show.
manages to just about stop the bleeding. So with Charles with a mortal wound, a major wound to his arm, with Terrence absolutely terrified of beds as a whole, and
You
with
don't
Madame Marie now convinced that the spirits reside in this house,
100%.
we can resume this next time and continue the story, because there are a lot of things you guys haven't encountered yet. You guys have survived this far, just about, because I'm a nice DM. When I ran this for the last group, which included us and Omegas from a chat, I was not so nice, and when people died in fight with the knife, the entire party wiped.
Jeez.
That knife is actually like really harsh.
Thank you for having mercy on us.
Yeah.
So we can continue this next time. We can, if Ronnie's feeling up to it, we
Yeah.
can weave them into the story quite easily.
Yeah.
Because presumably you're not going to go back into the house today when you're bleeding pretty
No.
badly.
Morgan, how
Um,
was your first role playing experience?
It was really good. I've had fun. You guys are great.
So if you guys are up for doing this, like continuing this story at some point, like we'll do
Yeah,
it,
I'll double
like,
check
I
if I
don't
can
know,
get
like
Ronnie
next
in as
Saturday or
well.
something like that.
I mean, I'm free like most Saturdays, so.
Yeah, and if
can't
you
do,
guys
kind of
like,
the
Okay.
same days every week.
Yeah, of course.
say again.
I can only do kind of random times. Because
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Follow like Monday to Friday. So
We'll work on like
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
You might get furloughed. So.
I'm an essential worker. I'll let you know.
Must be nice. I'm a student, so I still have to work anyway. Yeah, if you guys super enjoy it, then we could make it like a regular thing on whatever days work for people, whatever day of the week. But like setting the scene and the initial bits of investigation are always the longest bit. So if we continue this one next time, then we might finish the story really quickly. We might spend ages on
Okay.
moving around in the basement and like discovering stuff. There's some other like routes of investigation that I can tell you haven't like checked out.
Yeah, I can tell there's quite a lot. We've definitely
Yeah,
been
this is
ignoring.
the beginner like starter campaign, which is interesting because, however, you are the first group I've ever run this for, and you're the fourth group I've run this campaign for that have actually looked for the chapel.
Oh, really?
You're the
Alright.
only people that have looked for the chapel.
Interesting.
Cool.
I think most people want to investigate their house all the time. That's probably why.
Yeah, people are used to games like D&D where you go for the adventure and you go immediately to the place where the adventure is. Whereas this one's a lot more about the investigation building into it.
Is this
But-
this isn't a custom campaign, is it? It's a actual standard.
No, this is a pre-built
Cthulhu.
standard one.
Yeah. But...
I do have a custom campaign I could run for you guys at some point if you're interested. That is like pure meme. But I spent ages putting it together.
I played Arkham Horror, so it's like
I want to
like
play
to gauge
Arkham
and
Horror.
everything in that is kind of works similar. It's on if you've got what's it called, Tabletop Sim.
I heard.
Someone's like already put it on there, so that's something we can do at some point.
Yeah, we could even
Fun.
run this in tabletop sim. It might be more satisfying because then you can see the dice rolls.
Flip the table.
Yeah, we do that. I'll cry.
Fucking yeet it.
Just